for ranking
Wendy, didn't you
them.
say you were a bully when you were younger? Yeah, when I was like 10. I'm 31. What does that have anything to do with me now, man? What does that have anything to do with me now? And I wasn't like, I only bullied one guy, but it was because he would not stop bothering me and my two girlfriends. Yeah. I had a villain arc for a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. He probably doesn't even remember. Only bullied one. Okay, listen. I wouldn't even, well, okay. I did two fucked up things to this guy. Two. I'll tell you why. Okay, so when I was in grade 4, I was like 10 years old. Oh, okay, so this is what happened. From grade 1 to 3, I got bullied. I was incredibly introverted and very quiet, and I got bullied. And the bullying was like, I don't know. It was stuff like I lived in Chinatown, so a lot of the kids that were in my school, my elementary school, were also Chinese. But there was just like a group of like 3 to 4 Chinese girls who bullied me. What they would do is like in the playground, they would either like block off and say, oh no, you're not allowed to go on the swings. Like you can't go on the swings. So I never went on the swings, which was my favorite. Another thing they would do is like, they would stop me from going like down the slide. They'd be like, no, you can't go down the slide. Or they would take my jacket and they would throw it on the floor and then they would just like step on it. So it's like all super dusty. And in the playground, it was like pebbled ground. It was like the rocks and pebbles. And it wasn't like a flat pavement or anything. So it was just like the pebbly type of playground. So they would like throw my jacket on the floor and step all over it. And it would get really, really dusty, right? With all the pebbles and stuff. And I think it was because I was like too young and also like very, very introverted. I didn't understand that I was being bullied. I just thought like, oh, this is not very nice. And I like, that's all I felt like. Personally, I was just like, oh, this doesn't feel good, but okay, I guess like I won't go to the swings. I won't like, whatever. They don't want me to do that, whatever, right? And I think it like happened for a long time. One day, and my parents never knew because I never knew. So it's like, how can I tell my parents that I was being bullied when I didn't understand the concept of bullying? Like I didn't even know what it was. I couldn't identify it. I didn't know like what I was feeling. So I never told my parents because I just didn't know what it was until one of the parents after school saw what was happening in the playground and then eventually approached my mom and was like, did you know that these girls are bullying your daughter? And she was like furious, right? And she like goes to me. She's just like, what's going on? Like how come, like, are these girls like being mean to you? And I was like, I don't know, like they do this, this, and that. And then my mom was like, that's bullying. You should like don't let them do that to you, like blah, 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 and all this stuff. Anyways, it didn't really matter because eventually we moved. But because I was informed of what bullying was, I felt like super wronged, understandably. I felt super wronged. And then I was like, in my brain, like it flipped a switch in my brain and I just became like, in my brain, I was like, if I don't stand up for myself, nobody will. And so, so from like super introvert, I turned into super extrovert. And I was like, I'm going to be loud and I'm going to stand up for myself and I'm going to speak up whenever I need to. And then I also kind of became a tomboy after that too. So fast forward to grade 4, I moved to my new school and I made new like good friends. There's like 2 of them and they're girls. And then there was just this one guy. I don't remember his name, but I shouldn't say. Anyway, so there's this one guy. I think he just like really wanted to be our friend, but I really didn't want to hang out with him. And he would always be like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. And I just like, no, like I don't want to hang out with you. Like I just want to be with my girlfriends, right? And he just would nonstop keep like pestering us. So the 2 really mean things that I've done to him. Number 1, I was really frustrated one time. So I like grabbed him by the collar like this. Like this. Like this type, like a literal grabbed him by the collar. And I like slammed him against the fence and I was like, stop bothering me and my friends. Anyways, he didn't get it. And like not long after, and then not long after, he would just like come back, right? And we were like on the field. And okay, the second mean thing that I did, I was like, we were like looking through like 3-leaf clovers and 4-leaf clovers. And I said, all right, you want to hang out with us? Find us a 4-leaf clover and you get to hang out with us. And so he spent like days looking in the grass for a 4-leaf clover. And he finally found one day and he was just like, look, I found one. And in my brain, I was like, holy shit, I didn't think he'd actually find one, right? I thought he would like give up. And so he like gave it to me. And then I was like, that's cool. Toss. It was so bad. It's so bad. Holy shit. Okay, anyways, fast forward to middle school. We're actually friends now, or like in middle school, we're friends. But like, he starts doing some kind of strange things. Like there was one time we were during recess, or like, you know, break. It wasn't called recess in middle school. It's called something else. It was just a break, right? Before lunch or something. He like comes up to me. By the way, like we were really chill in middle school. Like that shit just did not carry into middle school. That was all like elementary school stuff. Wait, be careful, chat, or else Wendy will bully you. I'm not gonna bully anyone, please. I mean, I just tossed. I didn't like, I was like, that's cool. Also, I was 10 years old. Kids are kind of mean when they're young, man. Okay, listen, my impression of an actual bully is someone who goes around unwarrantedly, like, just like fucks with kids. You know what I mean? But like, I was only doing that to him because he continuously did not listen to me. When I'm like, hey, man, I don't want to hang out, dude. And he just kept pestering us. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm just going to have to make him understand, you know, why I didn't want to, like, I'm going to drive him away. It's not like I purposely went up to him and did it to him, like, of my own volition. He had no friends. Anyways,